Hi, welcome to my sixth grade English virtual back to school night. My name is Mary Kiss, and if you are here watching this, I am assuming that I have your child in my English sixth grade class. So, welcome. And I'd like you to just take a few moments with me. We're going to go through the slideshow together, and hopefully by the end of it, you will know me a little bit better and you will know a little bit more about what your child will be doing this school year in English. On the screen in front of you, you should be able to see some contact information for me and my email address, as well as the contact information for the paraeducator who will be in our classroom for periods 2-4. Her name is Jen Marcassini, and you should be able to see her email address there on the screen. So, first things first, I'd like to welcome you to the Ohana of our sixth grade class. A few years ago, I was really fortunate and I was able to go to Maui for the first time, see Hawaii in real life. And I was struck by the warmth and love and care that I saw surrounding me when I was there. And so I decided to make that my classroom theme. And you can see on the screen in front of you that Ohana is not just the idea of family. If we've watched Disney very much with our kids, we've seen that before, but it's also the idea of the people that you choose to have as your family. And that's sort of the construct that I try to live in our classroom, that we are all Ohana and we build a community that works together and achieves together during the year. So, I hope that that's the vibe that you get from me in this slideshow. But even more importantly, I hope it's the vibe that your student gets from the class as we progress through our sixth grade year. So, some background about me. I have a bachelor's degree in cultural anthropology with a minor in Spanish. I have a master's in curriculum with a reading emphasis. I'm GATE certified. I've been certified to instruct English language learners. And oh my gosh, every year when I say this, it just seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Wonder why? I have been teaching for 33 years. I've taught kindergarten and first and second and third and fourth, and now I'm in sixth grade. So I have pretty big elementary and middle school experience. Our English language arts program, of course, is aligned with the Common Core state standards. I try to provide a balanced program with reading and writing and language development. We will be using the Amplify online program this year. There is a book, but for the most part, we rely upon the online information. Everything is posted online. We even have an Amplify online library, which your student may have already discussed with you, because we've started some book clubs using the books that are posted on the online e-library. We will be doing mindfulness moments throughout the year, pretty much every day. Sometimes we don't get to them, but it's a way of hopefully sort of bringing us together as a community, and also sort of trying to work on de-stressing our lives, because the kids are spending an awful lot of time on screens, both here at school and at home, which can lead them to feel a bit anxious. And the mindfulness program that I do is all about trying to de-stress them. We are also going to be doing a lot of collaborative work this year. And so we try to develop a community through connections, both playing games that are focused on learning about ourselves and others, but also in using collaboration in our learning instruction. Our narratives and informational and argument units are embedded within the Amplify. I'd also encourage you to have your child work on independent reading, and it would be fabulous if they actually had a paper book in their hand along with our ebooks that are on Amplify. There's something about getting lost down in a paper book that is different. The way our brains react to a paper book is different than the way our brains react to information on a screen. I do have a class library that kids are welcome to borrow books from. We have our library at Marshall as well, but I would also encourage them to borrow books from our city library system. Be great to see them reading independently about 30 minutes a day. Lots of different genres, lots of different types of reading. Super, super important. And you can see on the screen, I also talk a little bit about the ebooks in our class library. So it's kind of nice that we have that as an option too. Our district goals for English are embedded within the Amplify, and I just wanted to call them out because the district is really trying to take a push on creating critical concepts that are more narrow than our California state standards, and they address style, organization, analyzing and generating arguments, as well as analyzing and generating narrative pieces of writing. So you'll see that that was posted previously as part of our Amplify, and it's here again as part of our district goals. What is my goal? My goal as a teacher is to develop skills in your child that will help them to become the best 21st century learner, lifelong learner that they can possibly be. And in order to be that kind of lifelong learner, they need to develop critical thinking skills. They need to be able to work collaboratively with partners. They need to be sensitive to cultural differences within our communities. They hopefully will develop some creative thinking. And last but never least, because this underlies every other critical concept, is I hope to develop in them the skills of curiosity, or the attitude about curiosity and learning, that it's so very important in life. Homework. Kids always want to know about this. Usually about 20 to 30 minutes at most on a day. It should always just reinforce what we're doing in class. We're fortunate this year to be in a class that's in real life. And so I do give students quite often work time in class to finish assignments. But sometimes it bleeds over either because of our pacing or because perhaps their work pace, independent work pace. Our homework is always posted. All of our assignments are posted in our Google Classroom. Everyone should be into that Google Classroom now. And you'll see a tab at the top, same probably system as what the kids worked with last year. They seem pretty professional at getting in there. And you just go to the top, you'll see classwork, and they'll see their assignments for the day, and they load every day. If there's no assignment, it will load with the date, and it will say no assignments for today. I did want to say, and I'm sure that all of you have figured this out, that if the kids don't complete an assignment, they still have the ability to click mark as done. And sometimes some friends will do that. So in order to really see if an assignment has been submitted, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, and kids themselves might have to click a little bit further into that assignment to see if it was actually submitted. If there is some discrepancy between School and Google Classroom, you see that it says mark is done, but on School, it's loaded with a 0 because Mrs. Kiss never saw it. I would encourage you perhaps to go through and click actually into the assignment to see if it was actually submitted. I totally can make data entry mistakes, but sometimes the kids have marked it as done, either by accident or for whatever reason, and they didn't actually complete the assignment. So that might be the first place to stop and check in. And I would also encourage you to check in on their Google Calendar and check in on their Google Classroom, because they are still very young and trying to handle lots of different teachers and lots of different formats of instruction can be a little bit overwhelming. You will see every day the Google Slides for that day's lessons will be posted at the end of the school day. Late assignments, everyone's expected to turn in their assignments on the due date that's announced. Sometimes people get behind the 8 ball a little bit. It might not get turned in on time. Incomplete work may result in a lower grade. Work can be turned in 7 days. My bad. 5 school days. 5 school days following its posting into Power-School. If someone does turn their homework or their assignment in late, that's super fine. They just need to email me to let me know, because I don't go back in. Once I've posted the grades to Power-School, I'm not going to go back in and search for a late assignment. So if they email me, then I'll know to go back and look. They have 5 school days following the date that it is posted. So the date that it's posted on Power-School counts as the first day, and they have 5 school days to get that late work in. If you see the L next to an assignment, it means that it was turned in late. You'll see that on Power-School. If you see an M, that means it's missing. And if you see a 0, that means it's missing. So a 0 and an M means that it didn't get submitted to me, but they may still submit it 5 days after it was posted. If a student has scored below a C, which is considered mastery, they will have the opportunity to retake or resubmit an assignment. Thank you for everything that you are doing, especially and including looking at all of these videos about all of your students' classes. Hope you know a little bit more about me. Please do feel free to contact me via email with any questions as they pop up. And I guess the takeaway from this might be, or what I would hope you would take away from this, might be that I'm here to support your child's learning, and I want your child to be successful. And so if things come up, just let me know, and we will work on a plan to help your child along as they grow and learn this school year. Thank you so much. Good evening.